safe and sound. I wish time would stop, like suspended animation.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory. It's the Raiders going up against the Ravens. Now let's head down to Jim Nance and Phil Simms for this Week 2 battle.
The Raiders are back deep, ready to return to kickoff. And Justin Tucker looks ready to get this one underway. With that kick, we're underway. Cooper's got it on the return. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. Carr's coming out now to get this offense going. He had just one touchdown pass last week.
Well, I believe, just like some of those fans in the front office of the Raiders, they believe in Derek Carr, and so do I. He's got all the talent, the intangibles you want in an NFL quarterback. They should have success with him behind center. The Raiders running back that time, he makes a badge of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
And this will be incomplete. It'll be a 3 and out. King is back now. He'll be punting. He wants to return this one. Gains 18. He is the man who runs the Ravens attack. Number 5, quarterback Joe Flacco.
When you're 6'6" and you can throw the football like Joe Flacco, you're always dangerous on the field, and every defensive back has a hard time sleeping the night before they play the Baltimore Ravens.
First down at the 18. Flacco going to take off with it. Flacco sends it to Brown.
Once again, we see one of the strengths of Joe Flacco. He can throw the football far and high down the field. One of the best in the NFL when it comes to that throw.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Flacco's taking off. Looking for Steve Smith. And now, let's take a look at the Ravens offense. A model of efficiency a week ago without a single giveaway. They come to the line at the 31-yard line. The Raiders lined up in the nickel. Second down and 10. Flacco's running away from the pressure. Rashad Perriman with the catch.
Flacco's able to take advantage of the defense this time. They lose their assignments. They force him out of the pocket. And he's on the run. Nice job of finding the guy down the field and making the throw.
Flacco from the shotgun. Rashad Perriman has the football. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down.
This team, one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a fourth down.
The Ravens turn the ball over on downs.
Well, I don't know what to say about that decision right there. I did not like it. Take the points, kick the field goal. You tried to be too smart, and look what happened. The pass doesn't work, and now you're in a world of trouble.
The Raiders offense comes back onto the field. Let's see if they can move the chains this time, because the last possession was ugly.
Here we go.
You knew this was going to happen, and the coach disagrees with the call on the field. There's no question he caught the ball, but there is a question whether or not he got both feet in bounds.
Well, first off, you want to make sure it's a clean catch on the sidelines. Does he have possession of the football? And then once you declare he has possession of the football, let's look down at both feet, see if they're in bounds, and don't forget, you must maintain possession of the football as you go to the ground.
So he challenged the play, and the coach's challenge does not pay off.
Well, I agree with the head coach still. I would have made this challenge because it was so important to the outcome of the game, and it was a little bit of a gamble, but it was worth it.
First down at the 22. Hill's able to read that play and make the hit.
Got to give the defense credit here, Jim Nantz. Good job on the option play. They just attacked the offense. The quarterback kept the football, but there's nowhere to run, and he lost yards.
Second down and a long way to go.
Williams all over the ball carrier.
The Raiders offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
Third and long.
Rod Streeter has the reception.
Raiders put themselves in a terrible situation. Third and long, but you know what? They got a lot of talent on the offensive side, and that was an awesome job of picking up that first down.
The Raiders take it from the 38. Trying to power his way right up the middle. Here's a look at how the Raiders offense will be trying to cut down on the turnovers. A week ago, they gave away the football 2 times.
Second down and 5.
Right back to him. Brought down by Mosley.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Third and 2 here after the run. Takes it again.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
King is back now. He'll be punting. Back here to start quarter 2. We are deadlocked right now in a game that has seen its fair share of defense.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch, isn't it? I love defenses when they come out and they just establish the line of scrimmage and beat the offense up. That's what we've seen so far, and I think it's going to continue.
The Ravens taking the field again on offense. They paid the price for an aggressive decision on their last possession, passing up on the field goal attempt and going for it on 4th down, then coming up short.
Yeah, look, no second guessing for me on that. I'll just say this. I'll give the defense a lot of credit. They were there. They were ready for the situation. They made the play, and that's why the offense came away with no points.
How do you think the offense is feeling right now after that coach's decision?
Well, shoot, they're disappointed. The coach believed in him. You know, they know the coach is showing faith. Well, he showed faith, and they let him down.
The Ravens have it at the 34. Looking long. The ball is jarred loose.
Well, the defense has got to love that. They love it when a quarterback is uneasy for whatever reason or just not in rhythm. That time they see him throw off the back foot, and the throw goes incomplete.
Flacco's going to take off with it. Gets rid of it.
Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Well, but it's 3rd and long. I'll just say this, be very careful on the offensive side.
The Ravens are at the line facing 3rd down, which was not an issue for them last week as they converted a number of times in crucial situations.
Airing it out. And it falls incomplete. 1 quarter in the books, and the defense continues to shine.
Yeah, awesome first quarter for both defenses. I like what they're doing on their sides. They're taking some chances. Both coordinators had good game plans, and we can see they're working so far in this game.
Coverage team won't get a chance this time as it bounces into the end zone. The Raiders line up. Been a tight first half. The score 0-0. First down at the 20. Halu's got it on the handoff. Hill's all over that offense and brings him down.
The Ravens defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line, and they tackle the runner for a loss.
Carr's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap.
2nd and 11.
Halu's taking the handoff.
In a situation like this, 3rd and long, if you're the defense, catch them by surprise and blitz.
Carr's ready for the snap. Empty backfield.
From the shotgun. And he's going to be dumped. And that's a 3-and-out.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on 3rd down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on 3rd down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
Going to try his luck here. Gains 13.
The Ravens offense is on the field, hoping to erase the memory of their last drive, which was completely unproductive. A quick 3-and-out.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if they can erase this defense. This defense is pretty good. We saw that in the last drive. They got good players, and they're pretty excited, so this is going to be tough on the offense.
And that great throw puts them now in a 1st and goal situation.
Oh, Jim, this quarterback, Jim, a perfect throw, and now they're in a good position to maybe get 7 points.
Power surge. Touchdown. And we're halfway through the 2nd quarter, and with the touchdown trip, they are now in front in this ball game.
Man, this game's flying along. We've seen some good play, but that drive right there was not a good job by the defensive front. They were all over the place and allowed the offense to execute some plays and take the lead.
It's good.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. No return here as he takes a knee in the end zone. The Raiders offense coming back onto the field here, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3-and-out.
I'll tell you what, if they go 3-and-out again, you know what's going to happen? Those defensive players are going to be looking at them as they come off the field. You put this back out there already, so it's important to get a drive, give your defense a little rest.
The Raiders trail in this one, and the running game has not been an asset. Halu's been off the mark, and that's a big reason why they're trailing in this one.
That's right. It hasn't worked. So what do you say? Don't be afraid to change. What you have to do, you call the plays. They give your team the best chance to win, and they better start changing those play calls.
3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half.
And now as we come back to the field, we're looking at a defense trying to maintain a lead going into the break.
From the gun. And they deck the quarterback. this frustrating first half continues, Phil, it appears that the offense has been non-existent.
It has been non-existent. You know what? When you play these games, you got to come out and fight, and there was no fight in this offense in the first half.
King is back now. He'll be punting. McGill's there to make the tackle.
Well, I can't blame the punt return at that time. That was just excellent coverage by the punt team.
One area that's been lacking today for this offense as it retakes the field has been the rushing attack, where at least the yards aren't coming from the player we expect them to.
Yeah, we expect him to have a lot of yards here. He's a great running back. He usually has success every week. It's a little bit of everything here today. The offensive line not being great, and also he's just not making good decisions. Even a running back has to make the right decisions if he wants to pick up good yards.
They'll set up now at midfield. First and 10. It's a grab by Perriman. That's his third catch of the day.
It takes really good corners to play a defense where you challenge the wide receivers and just play them man-to-man coverage. I don't think this defense has that kind of quality corner.
Flacco's completion percentage, 60% on the day. Second down following that incompletion. The Raiders with a nickel look here on defense. Flacco will take it from the gun. Looking to go down the field here. Touchdown, Baltimore Ravens. That's his first touchdown catch of the season. What a fine start to this game. Here we are late in the second quarter. They put up another touchdown, Phil.
Well, they got a nice lead, and they like to take this in at halftime. And if you're the coach of the team that's leading at halftime, you know what you tell your players? Hey, guys, good job. Let's keep that going. You pat them on the rear and tell them how good they are because, hey, this has been a clinic so far in the first half.
Inside of the uprights. The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. No return this time as he takes a knee. The Raiders offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time.
And that's going to do it for the first half, folks. We'll be back to Raiderland for the start of the second half after this.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Raiders have done some good work defending the pass. The Ravens had a lot of success throwing the football last week, but the same throwing lanes haven't been there. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Taking a look now, early first quarter. Brown's able to get open here, and he'll be tackled at the 31-yard line. Now first and 10, Pitta's able to get free for the deep pass, and he'll end up picking up 38 yards on the play. Later on the drive, Forset's going to stay inside after the handoff, and he'll go in from 2 yards out. Ravens up by a touchdown. Ravens line up at the 36. Aikens got the reception, and he caps off the two-play drive with the score. Lead now at 14. So that will do it for us in the studio. We'll head back to the field now for the start of the second half.
The Ravens will use a timeout here early in the second half. The Ravens return team is ready. The second half is officially underway. Tackles made right around the 26-yard line.
The Ravens have tried to stretch the field vertically, and they certainly have. Flacco's been showing off that cannon he has for an arm.
Yeah, he's got it all, doesn't he? When you watch him throw the football down the field, you can see the arm strength, but the biggest thing is you can see that wonderful touch on the football. He is laying that football in there right on the money.
First down at the 26. Flacco going to take off with it. Smith got the catch on the touch throw. That's his first reception today.
Good job by the offense picking up a first down there. They've been terrific all day long. They're winning the football game, and they are tiring this defense out.
Flacco's completion percentage, 60% on the day. First down at the 40. Flacco's on the move. Going deep. Tries to get the feet down, but this will be ruled incomplete.
I think the coach has got to call more of these plays. That's a good job of at least trying to get the big play, but they cannot get the completion on that long throw.
The Raiders defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. The Ravens will take the snap from the 40. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with two hands.
Flacco's able to show off the footwork. Wow, what a good job. Look at those feet. Like a dancer. Gets himself in very good position to throw the football. The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
Three-step drop. Flacco's now going to leave the pocket and tuck it under. And incomplete. What a hit that time.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football's arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
Joe Flacco will take it right from the center. 2nd and 10. Flacco going to take off with it. It's 3rd down coming up. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. From the gun, Flacco. Dennis Pitta has the catch.
That's a good job by the receiver, running the drag route across the field. These are not easy throws for the quarterback, but he sticks it right on him for the completion.
The kick is good. Bill, they come out of the locker room with the lead and now add another field goal here early in the second half. Things aren't a-changing.
Yeah, they're not, Jim. And you know what they did? They just put more pressure on their opponents. By getting that field goal, they let their opponents know that we are not slowing down.
That return's good for about 22.